Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about lambda functions in Qt. So let me explain what is a lambda functions in the Qt. So lambda functions is the concise way to define anonymous function or function object in line. So these functions are introduced in C++11 and provide the convenient syntax for defining small and inline function without the need of explicitly declare a separate functions. Okay, so there are some key points in the lambda function. One is the capture list, which is used to capture value around the surrounding scope. Second is the parameter, which is exactly similar to the our regular functions. Second thing is the return type. Here I can define or specify the return type of the lambda functions. And in the last, it is the function objects, and this contains the actual code for the lambda functions. Okay, so let me first give you the basic syntax of the lambda functions, and let me write the code here. So first will be the R capture list, and so give me a second. So I think yeah, and this is the return type, and let's see, return value type. Here I can assign or set a return type of this, and here I can write the function body. Okay, so so these are the basic syntax of the lambda function. So let me explain what is this. So this bracket is for the our capture list, and second is for our perimeters, and third for our. So as I can see, for example, we can also write int here. So this is the our return value. Okay, return value type. Okay, and after it, inside this curly bracket, we can write our function body. Okay, so let me first also write the basic lambda functions. Okay, how can we write the lambda function? First, we need to use this capture list. Second is the perimeter. Third is this return type. Okay, so you can also skip this part, like there is no, this is the optional thing. You can define return type, or you can skip this thing. So now I'm skipping this thing, and we need to import the debug statement. Debug include q debug. So this will help us to print out our statements. Q debug, and here I can write hello lambda functions. Okay, so these are the basic syntax for the lambda thing, and let's see how can we call this. So for before calling it, we can also assign this in a func, and as you can see, this here we use this auto keyword. And if you need to know what is a keyword, what is this auto keyword, I have created the video what is this auto keyword. You can also check out this. Okay, so let's see how can we call this. So this is the thing, and And this is how we can call this function. Let's run our statement. Let's first give it a build. And lie is notified. Okay, so we can skip this part because it is not inside this thing. Save. Okay, so as you can see, our output is showing. Okay, so let's see how can we directly call our lambda function after declaration. So this is how we can do this thing. Like use this capture list parameter and qdebug, and let's see calling lambda function directly calling after definition. Okay, so just you need to use this thing. So this will directly call our function immediately. Okay, let's run. Okay, so as you can see, this thing is now printed out, and lambda function is also shown. I don't know why. Okay, so let's see how can we add parameter in the lambda function. So first we need to use this capture list and use this int a and int b. Okay, now we can do debug. Let's say a plus b this thing. Now I can use this a plus b equal to this thing. No, I think this not need here. And now I can use this directly. And here I'm going to pass this parameter, and this will add inside this a, and this will write inside the b. Okay, so let's see if it is work or not. So as you can see, this thing is now printing out. So let's commit it thing first. Okay, so now let's see how can we define lambda function that return something. Okay, so we can also use this thing, and let's see how can we use this thing. Okay, let's use this thing. No, not this one. This one. Okay. Hmm. Let's. I think let's keep it comment. I will do it from the scratch. Let's do this thing like qdebug, qdebug, and qdebug, and let's say the sum is equal to this. Here I'm going to use this capture list. It is the same thing that I'm writing here. Okay, now here I'm going to use this function body, and here I can use this return a plus b. and let's pass this thing. So one more thing I also wanted to confirm. Let's see. Before, is it necessary to pass the value type here or not? Let's see if it is work or not. Hmm. Func is not declared. Okay, let's also comment this thing. Okay. So as I can see, like here I'm not using any kind of capture list. So let me give you some small example for the capture list as well. So let's create some integers. Let's say a plus 20. Let's say b is equal to 44. So here I create some integers. Okay. So let me explain what is a capture list. So this is used to capture the variables from the surrounding scope. So this is our surrounding scope. Okay. So let's see how can we capture this variable and a b. So as you can see now I have captured these variables. One more thing. So these are the copy, like whatever changes we do inside this a and b, it will not reflect here. Okay, like print this thing a plus b and let's see. Without using this thing q debug. uh, okay, so let's print this thing. So I'm now getting the error. Let's see how can we resolve this thing. What I'm getting, this thing is now integer this thing int a and b. Okay, okay. Sorry about this thing. I need to like use this. Like I need to call this lambda function and also use this semicolon here. Let's give it a build. Why I'm getting the error? Conflict of declaring the A and B. Why? Okay. Okay. So I think we need to use the another thing. Let's say C. And one more thing, I have to use this thing. And I have to change this here as well. So what is our conflict? Like I have used this A here for creating our Q application object. So that's there. It is not creating a conflict. So as you can see, this is now showing. So let's see how can we give values. in the capture list. And like how can we change the values inside this thing? And just you need to like I think we can copy this thing and uncomment this thing, and let's see. Let's remove this part. Hmm, and what can we do? Like we can also do like this thing. Like I'm going to create a for loop inside here, which will have one and is equal to this thing. Let's say 10 plus plus, and this will to debug the value of the c. Okay, so this will print the value of c. And this will call one, this thing call hmm, okay, let's make this thing quite simple. I think for the beginning it will be more complex. So these are the values. Okay, so what else we can do? Like create the func and use this capture thing. Now, like I have said you, like this is the copy that we are creating. So we can do this thing like this is the original value to debug original value. Okay, so this will show the original value of c. And okay, and let's create a loop which will increment this value. Let's say increment is equal to 1 until 10. Let's do this thing like this. Q debug. Let's say changing value. Okay, and now call this func and increment this thing. Unexpected token. Where I have lost this token. And this will be the example for the capture list by value. And so let me start the process. So as you can see, our original value is not getting changed, only the uh, yeah, this change as you can see, our original value is not getting changed, only the change value is getting changed. Okay, for example, if you also wanted to change your value, so you can use it by capture by reference. So just you need to, let's copy this thing and let's uncomment this thing. Hmm, comment this thing. Okay, so just you need to add this thing. So now it will not create any copy and it will definitely change the original value. Okay, so let's see. Hmm, how can we open the dialog again? Let's see, compile. Okay, did I run this thing? Okay, so as you can see, both of our original and change value is getting changed. Okay, so one more thing that I was also wanted to say, like capture everything by reference. For example, if you have multiple values, okay, like number of integers, so at that situation we can use that everything thing. Let's see how can we implement this thing. Okay, so just you need to use this thing. Okay, so regardless of having n number of integers, it will definitely help us to use this, use the integer in our function. Okay, so let's see, like if it is create copy or it is passed by reference. Okay, okay, so as you can also see, like this thing also create the copy of our integer. So that's it, and thanks for watching.